fill up records from the past. Sit right down, you'll have a blast. Or if it reels in a spooky compilation, sure to stir up your imagination. Get ready, here we go. Get ready, here we go. Get ready! It's time for an all-new Robo-Cat show. Get ready, here we go. Get ready, here we go. Get ready! It's time for an all-new Robo-Cat show. Get ready, here we go. Get ready, here we go. Get ready! It's time for an all-new Robo-Cat show.
On a night as black as a raven's feather, thunder crackle like a snap of leather, and the wind whips through the black spruce on the shore. Waves are pounding on the beaches, harder as the last of the fishermen reach safe harbor, and the wind turns cold, cuts to the core. Out in the wide Northumberland Strait, a ball of fire skips o'er the waves, and those who watch, they can't believe their eyes. There's a burst of flame and a flash of light, and there in the tide is a burning sight, is a tall ship, all the flame lights up the sky. Tales of the phantom ship, from Trock to Gale it flames. She sails the wide Northumberland Strait, no one knows her name. Tales of the phantom ship, it's a ship of fire, they cry. Hard against the wind she sails, no one can say why. The three-masted square rigger, 400 tons or maybe bigger, with fire and every rope and spar and sail. Out of the east, though the wind blows west, she plows the strait on an unknown quest, cutting through the waves with the strength of a full force gale. Of why she appears is none to know. Some say it's nothing but a moonlit glow, but those who've seen her swear they tell no lies. They tell how her bow suddenly drops down, and into the depths of the street she's bound, and the wind goes wild with wailing, chilling cries. Tales of the phantom ship, from Trock to Gale it flames. She sails the wide Northumberland Strait, no one knows her name. Tales of the phantom ship, it's a ship of fire, they cry. Hard against the wind she sails, no one can say why. Some say she's an immigrant ship of old, Highland Scots whose land was stolen, lost at sea while seeking the new land. Or a ghostly American privateer who plundered innocent harbors here, cursed to sail the strait, forever damned. But an old man sang a song to me, 600 Acadian drowned at sea, deported long ago from St. John's Isle. He says they sail this choppy strait throughout time and tide, they navigate, searching for the means to end their long exile. Tales of the phantom ship, from Trock to Gale it flames. She sails the wide Northumberland Strait, no one knows her name. Tales of the phantom ship, it's a ship of fire, they cry. Hard against the wind she sails, no one can say why. Tales of the phantom ship, from Trock to Gale it flames. She sails the wide Northumberland Strait, no
In the summer of 1874, I was in Liverpool, and having finished my business, I felt that a long sea voyage would be agreeable. So instead of embarking on one of the many fine passenger steamers, I booked for New York on the sailing vessel Morrow. The Morrow was an English ship with little accommodation for passengers, of whom there were only myself, a young woman, and her servant. It was from the latter that I learned that the young lady had been left with an English family by a man and his wife from South Carolina, both of whom had died on the same day at a house in Devonshire. A circumstance in itself sufficiently uncommon to remain rather distinctively in my memory, even had it not transpired in conversation with the servant lady that the name of the man was William Janet, the same as my own. I knew that a branch of my family had settled in South Carolina, but of them and their history I was ignorant. The Morrow set sail the 15th of June. The skipper favored us with very little of his company, except at his table, and the young woman, Miss Janet Harford, and I became very well acquainted. We were nearly always together, and I often tried to analyze and define the strange feeling which she inspired in me. A secret, subtle, but powerful attraction, which constantly impelled me to seek her out. But the attempt was hopeless. One evening, as we sat on deck, I asked if she could assist me in resolving my psychological frame of mind. For a moment, she was silent, and I began to fear that I had been extremely rude. And then she fixed her eyes gravely on my own. In an instant, my mind was dominated by as strange a force as ever entered human consciousness. It seemed as if she were looking at me not with, but through her eyes, from an immeasurable distance behind them. Ship, ocean, sky, all had vanished. I was conscious of nothing. And then from out of it, my former surroundings of deck and mast slowly resolved themselves. Miss Harford had closed her eyes and was leaning back in her chair, apparently asleep. The book she had been reading lay open in her lap. Impelled by some unknown motive, I glanced at the top of the page. It was a copy of that curious work, Denneker's Meditations, and the lady's index finger rested on this passage. To many it is given to be drawn away and to be apart from the body for a season, for as streams which flow across each other. The weaker is borne along by the stronger. So there will be certain kin whose paths intersecting, their souls do bear company, while their bodies go their own way, unknowing. Miss Harford arose, shuddering. The sun had sunk below the horizon, but it was not cold. There was not a breath of air, no clouds, not a star in the sky. A hurried tramping sounded on the deck. The captain, summoned below, joined the first officer, who stood looking at the barometer. "We are in trouble," I heard him exclaim. An hour later, the body of Janet Harford, invisible in the darkness and the spray, was torn from my grasp by the cruel whirlpool of the sinking ship. And I fainted in the cordage of the floating mast to which I had lashed myself. I awoke by lamplight. I lay in a berth amid the familiar surroundings of the stateroom of a steamer. On a couch opposite sat a man reading a book. I recognized the face of my friend Gordon Doyle, whom I had met in Liverpool on the day of my embarkation, when he was about to sail on the steamer City of Prague, on which he had urged me to accompany him. After some time, I spoke his name. Doyle, I said. Did they save her? He now looked at me and smiled as if amused. He evidently thought that I was half awake. Her? Who do you mean? He asked. Janet Harford, I replied. His amusement turned to amazement, and he stared at me, saying nothing. You will tell me after a while, I continued. What ship is this? Doyle stared again, and then replied, the City of Prague, bound from Liverpool to New York, 3 weeks out with a broken propeller shaft. Principal passenger, Mr. Gordon Doyle. One lunatic, Mr. William Janet. The two travelers embarked together, but they are about to part, it being my firm intention to pitch you overboard. I sat upright. Do you mean to say that for 3 weeks I have been a passenger on this vessel? Have I been ill? Yes, to the first question. And no, to the second, replied Doyle. Doyle, I cried. There is a mystery here. Please be serious. Wasn't I rescued from the wreck of the ship Morrow? Doyle changed color and approached me. What do you know of Janet Harford? He asked very calmly. First, tell me what you know of her, I said. Doyle gazed at me for a moment as if to think what to do, and then seated himself again on the couch. Why should I not know her? He said. I am engaged to marry Janet Harford, whom I met a year ago in London. Her family does not approve, and we eloped. Are eloping, in fact. For on the day you and I boarded this steamer, she and her servant were boarding the ship Morrow. She would not consent to go in the same vessel with me, and it had been decided that she would take a sailing vessel in order to avoid detection. I am now afraid that this broken shaft may detain us so long that the Morrow will get to New York before we do, and the poor girl will not know where to go. By the way, she is only an adopted daughter of the Harfords. Her mother was killed by being thrown from a horse, and her father killed himself the same day. The Harfords adopted her, and she grew up believing that she was their daughter. I lay still in my berth. I hardly breathed. And finally I said, Doyle, what book are you reading? Oh, he replied, it's called Denneker's Meditations. Janet gave it to me. She happened to have 2 copies. He tossed me the volume, which opened as it fell to a marked passage. To many it is given to be drawn away and to be apart from the body for a season. For as streams which flow across each other, the weaker is borne along by the stronger, so there will be certain kin whose paths intersecting, their souls do bear company, while their bodies go their own way, unknowing. She has a singular taste in reading, I managed to say. Yes, he said. And now perhaps you will have the kindness to explain how you knew her name and that of the ship she sailed in. You talked of her in your sleep, I said. A week later, we were towed into the port of New York. But the Morrow was never heard from again.
In the days of the great sailing vessels, Derelict ships were not so easily explained, and no abandoned vessel has remained as mysterious as the Mary Celeste. Theories abound as to why the Mary Celeste was abandoned. It might have been the result of a prearranged salvage fraud, pirates, mutiny, a burst of deadly marine gas, or even a homicidal maniac, killing the rest of the crew one by one, dumping their bodies, and then committing suicide. To try to unravel the web of intrigue surrounding the Mary Celeste, we must examine a reenactment of that fateful voyage in the winter of 1872. On November 2nd, in the New York harbor, the Mary Celeste completed loading her cargo, 1,700 barrels of alcohol. During the loading, 2 of the kegs slipped, damaging the longboat so severely it was put ashore as useless. A replacement could not be found, but the Mary Celeste still carried her yawl on deck. If absolutely necessary, it could accommodate the entire ship's company. The master, Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs, brought his wife Sarah and 2-year-old daughter Sophia on board for the voyage. In his final letter to his mother, he wrote,
"It seems real home-like since Sarah and Sophia got here, and we enjoy our little quarters. Sophia has got over the bad cold she had when she came, and has a first-class appetite for hash and bread and butter. I think the voyage will do her lots of good. Our vessel is in beautiful trim, and I hope we shall have a fine passage."
To this, Sarah added,
Benjamin thinks we've got a pretty peaceable crew this time, all round, if they continue as they have begun.
The night before the Mary Celeste sailed, Captain Briggs dined with Captain David Reed Morehouse of the Dei Gratia.
Which makes a change in this day and age, really.
The 2 ships were moored side by side at the dock.
Not to be very slipshod about it all.
In light of subsequent events, this was a strange coincidence. The 2 men knew each other well. What did Captain Morehouse think of Briggs?
Briggs was a teetotaler and a God-fearing man. He could be stern when occasion required it, and was not a man to be intimidated or imposed upon. But he was just and considerate towards the men serving under him, just as he was gentle and affectionate in his family relations.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
On November 5th, 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail. One month later, she was sighted by the Dei Gratia. The Mary Celeste was drifting, unmanned, 800 miles off the Portuguese coast. She would be sailed by a skeleton crew from the Dei Gratia to Gibraltar, where the official inquiry was held. At the British Admiralty Court, the proceedings opened with Captain Morehouse's description of his first sighting of the Mary Celeste.
I reckon the way the yards were square, she was running before the wind when she was abandoned. It's possible the storm that we met at 4 o'clock that morning might have sent her round had she also met it. First time I saw her, 2 o'clock afternoon, her head was westward. The jib was trimmed on the port side, although she was on a starboard tack. She was yawing, and coming up to the wind then, falling off. I judged something was amiss. I thought I saw a flag of distress at her yard, but subsequently it turned out to be a flapping sail. By 3 o'clock, we were about 350 yards off. I hailed her, but got no reply, and I couldn't see anyone on deck. So I sent Mr. Devereux, my second mate, over to board her, and in due course, he signaled me to come over myself. When I got on board, Mr. Devereaux had already sounded the pumps, which showed she made little or no water.
During the next hour, Captain Morehouse would carefully inspect every inch of the ship.
The ship was perfectly sound. Her hull, masts, and yards were in good condition. Her cargo, which was barrels of alcohol, was properly stowed and hadn't shifted. But the forehatch had been lifted off.
This was only one of the many enigmas Morehouse would encounter.
I came to the conclusion that she'd been left in a panic. The mainsail was lying loose, as if it had been run down. The lazarette hatch was also off, but there were plenty of provisions and water in there.
Anybody below?
The glass on the compass was smashed.
Compass glass is smashed.
Together, we searched the ship from stem to stern. At first, we were worried that she was a fever ship and the crew had died of cholera, but there wasn't a soul on board, nor were there any visible signs of there having been any trouble. In the forecastle, oilskins, boots, and pipes were scattered about as if abandoned in great haste, and among the dunnage were articles of value you might have supposed their owners would have taken if abandoning ship. In the galley, everything was in good order, as it would be between meals. There was no wine, beer, or spirits on board. A child's clothing and toys were strewn about. And on the table was a sewing machine with a baby's pinafore on it and a number of small items lying on the table alongside. There were books and charts, but the chronometers and the ship's log were missing. The slate log had an unfinished letter beginning Fanny, my dear wife, Francis N.R., which I took to be the start of a message scribbled by the mate. The ship's boat was missing. You could see where the boat had been lashed across the main hatch, but that was not the right place for her. There were no signs of any tackle to launch her, but we usually launched our boat from the rail with only a tow rope to secure her. I saw no remains of painter or boat's rope fastened to the rail.
Captain Morehouse's observations were detailed, but they raised more questions than they answered. The man responsible for the official inquiry was Mr. Solly Flood, Her Majesty's Advocate General, proctor for the Queen in her Office of Admiralty, and a legal bloodhound. A new age of belief in science, invention, and technology was dawning, and the ability to seek and find cold, hard evidence in order to solve any mystery was reaching a golden era. Was there any evidence to indicate foul play? The only facts available so far, a ship in good order, yet abandoned in a hurry. The investigation about to take place in Gibraltar would propel the Mary Celeste to her place as the most infamous abandoned ship in the history of the sea. Advocate General Solly Flood boarded the Mary Celeste to examine it in minute detail.
There was no appearance of fire or explosion or any other assignable cause of abandonment. She was well provisioned and it seems had encountered no seriously heavy weather. She was thoroughly sound, staunch, and strong, and in every way seaworthy and well found. But both bows had been recently cut by a sharp instrument. On the starboard topgallant rail, there were marks apparently of blood and a mark of a blow, apparently by a sharp axe. A sword appeared to me to exhibit traces of blood and to have been wiped before being returned to its scabbard. In the forehatch, a barrel, ostensibly of alcohol, appeared to have been tampered with. My object is to move the Board of Trade to take such action as they may think fit, to discover, if possible, the fate of the master, whose name was Briggs, his wife and child, and the crew of the derelict. My own theory, or guess, is that the crew got at the alcohol and in the fury of drunkenness murdered the master and his wife and child and the chief mate, that they then damaged the bows of the vessel so as to give it the appearance of having struck on some rocks or suffered some collision, with a view to inducing the master of any vessel which might pick them up if they saw her at some distance, not to think her worth attempting to save. And that they did, sometime between the 25th of November and the 5th of December, escape on board some vessel bound for some South or North American port or the West Indies.
Was this the real story? Mutiny and murder? The Advocate General was convinced he was on the trail of a sensational crime. Soon, the story spread to the newspapers of the world and began to read like a modern detective yarn. As the inquiry proceeded, however, it became increasingly evident that the Advocate General had let his imagination run wild. Blood was later found to be wrong on almost every statement he made. The forensic tests proved that the sinister, bloody sword was really an old bayonet used to mix paints, and the blood on the rail was only rust. The final results of the inquiry cleared Captain Morehouse and the Dei Gratia crew of piracy, and in fact, the Dei Gratia was awarded a portion of the salvage value. There, the story might have ended, but for an amazing discovery 30 years later. A young apprentice sailor was sent ashore to collect some sand at St. Paul's Rocks, a tiny island in the middle of the South Atlantic. He found a skeleton propped in the shade of a rock. Beside it, a bottle stuffed with a soiled and faded letter. A letter which told an amazing tale.
My ship struck these rocks at dawn 3 days ago. She sank immediately. Only I, of all her crew, reached the shore alive. I am dying of thirst. It has been a voyage of disaster, 3 deaths in 2 days. Then came the poison on the 7th day out. Ship helpless, and so for 3 days we lay. Knew we must ask assistance to take us to Gibraltar for crew. Early morning sighted small brig becalmed. Mate said, "Take her crew." Went aboard. Captain asked why we came. His wife and child were with him. We left no one on board. The brig was called Mary Celeste.
Years later, this tragic letter was brought to public attention in the London Daily Express. Was this at last the real clue to the mystery of the Mary Celeste? If so, why did the young sailor wait 9 years to publish the letter? Many people doubt its authenticity. It is just one of the hundreds of theories proposed during the last century. There is a universal sailor's superstition about ships born unlucky. And the Mary Celeste lived up to that superstition. From all the evidence collected, In Search Of proposes a logical explanation. The Mary Celeste had been at sea for 8 days. The hatches had remained closed because at first the weather was stormy. Gradually, though, the cold November chill of New York gave way to the milder latitudes of the Azores. cargo of alcohol was stored in barrels made of red oak, an extremely porous wood. At least 8 of the barrels leaked badly during the voyage. Battened down under the hatches, the fumes mingled with the foul air of the hold. Was a potentially explosive mixture of gas forming? Off the Azores, the wind dropped to a gentle breeze. Taking advantage of the calm weather, Briggs probably ordered the ventilation of the hold, which may have set off a fateful chain of events. An upward rush of fumes, perhaps even an explosion. Then, steam, looking like smoke, poured out of the hatch.
Abandon ship!
Some of the men began to take in sail. Convinced that the ship was about to blow up, Briggs ordered the boat lowered. A sailor broke out a coil of rope as a tow line from the lazarette. Someone grabbed some tins of preserved meat. Briggs snatched up his chronometer and any of the ship's papers he could quickly lay his hands on. Feeling certain that time was of the essence, he urgently herded his family and crew to the yawl. According to meteorological reports, a sudden squall blew up that day. Under the impact of a violent gust, the vessel may have lunged forward with a suddenness and force which broke the improvised tow line. They may have tried to row after the Mary Celeste, or they may have turned toward the island of Santa Maria, a jagged, inhospitable coastline where a small boat and her occupants would easily be smashed to pieces in the surf. The wind shifted, however, so it seems more probable that the small boat was blown southeast, away from the island and out into the vast reaches of the Atlantic, to disappear forever. When the Mary Celeste was found on December 5th, the last entry on her log slate was for the morning of November 25th, 11 days earlier. This entry put the Mary Celeste 6 miles north of the island of Santa Maria in the Azores. With the set of her sails, and with no one at her helm, her natural course would be roughly at right angles to the wind. This presumably was how, over the 10 days, she covered the 750 miles between the last entry in the log and the position where she was first sighted by the Dei Gratia. What has been reenacted seems to be the most likely explanation. But whatever the cause of the panic, Captain Morehouse was certain of one thing.
Captain Briggs bore the highest character for seamanship and correctness, and would not, I think, desert his ship except to save his life.
The Mary Celeste became a marked ship. Sailors being superstitious, no one wanted to own her, sail her, or have anything to do with her. She was sold and resold rapidly at well below her commercial value. 13 years after the events we have described, she was deliberately wrecked by her owners in a failed insurance fraud scheme. On Rochelle's Reef off Haiti, she quickly broke up. And today, there is no more trace of her than there is of Captain Briggs and his crew of that fateful voyage of 1872.
Back in the days of sailing ships, people from all over the world were coming to America, looking for a new start in life. There was this one ship named the White Cloud, and it's her last voyage that this tale is about. She set sail for the New World with a full passenger list. Now, these folks weren't poor like a lot of the early settlers. They brought things of great value, like jewels and gold heirlooms. And while they tried to keep these things hidden, on a small ship, the word gets around among the crew. Now, the captain of the White Cloud had been a pirate when he was younger, but was given a pardon by the king because of the shortage of experienced sea captains. When he heard about the treasures on board, his thoughts turned back to the old pirate ways. He plotted with the crew to murder the passengers, take their belongings, set fire to the ship, and escape in the longboat. On the last night out of port, the murderous crew crept below with knives drawn. They spared no one. Every single passenger was brutally killed. Then the plunder began. Sea bags were slashed open. Trunks were bashed apart. Everything of value was piled on deck and divided among the thieves. After they had loaded the longboat, the captain set fire to the White Cloud, and the smaller boat pulled away from the flaming hull. Suddenly the wind shifted. The ship, now a mass of flames, bore down directly on the longboat. The villains laid to the oars, but it was no use. With a thunderous, fiery crash, the blazing ship split the small boat in half, and the evil crew was dumped, screaming, into the fiery sea. And all hands were lost. Since that infernal night, every year, on the first new moon of the fall, the flaming ship reappears. You can hear the eerie screams of terror from the tormented men as the blazing ghost ship nears the shore. She suddenly bursts into a great fireball, then disappears, only to appear again moments later. This happens 3 times. After the third explosion, no matter the direction of the wind, the blazing sea-going inferno disappears over the horizon, always to the northeast, not to be seen again for a full year. Folks who have seen this ghost ship swear that they could smell burning canvas, rope, and human flesh.
sail Saturday at dawn.
Yes, sir.
Unload this alcohol, Bilson. The whole 1,700 barrels, and no excuses.
Yes, sir.
And get a crew.
All right for you to say get a crew, sir. Where the hell are we going to get them?
That's your business.
Looks like we'll have to Shanghai a bunch of this scum.
Oh, no. I don't Shanghai my crews. Bilson, we sail Saturday at dawn with a full crew. Have them on board, or don't show up. And another thing, no drinking or cursing on this trip. I'm bringing a woman on board.
Woman? You, sir?
My wife. I'm going to get married. I won't let you say no, Sarah. I'm sailing to Genoa this voyage with a cargo of alcohol. Italy's beautiful. We'll go there.
But I couldn't go, Benjamin. Besides, Mother would never let me.
I think she expects you to.
Did she say so?
No, but I could see it in her smile tonight.
But I'm deciding this.
Then decide to say yes, Sarah. I love you.
Months and months away from home. Storms, dangers. The only woman among those men. I'm really afraid, Benjamin.
But I'll take great care of you, Sarah. Oh, you'll love the sea. There's something about it. The hot red dawns, the towering sails, the wake on a tropical night. Oh, you'll love it all. It's a glorious kind of world. I couldn't live without it. And now, I can't live without you in that world.
Oh, I do love you, Benjamin.
Oh, that's what I wanted to hear you say.
Somehow, listening to you, I'm not afraid now.
I'm going to call your mother and tell her.
No, not yet, Benjamin.
But I want everyone to know. Your mother, Moorhead.
It's Captain Jim I'm thinking about. He's coming here tonight.
Good, then we'll all drink to my bride.
He asked me to marry him, Benjamin.
Moorhead? I knew he liked you, but...
You've been good friends, almost like brothers.
But Sarah...
You sailed together. Now you're both captains. And your ships are docked side by side.
Oh, I'll tell Jim about you and me.
He would have given up his ship for me. He wanted to open a ship chandler shop in Ann Street. Now, I don't know what he'll do.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Sarah, I've got some news. McDonagall will sell the shop. $800. Isn't that great?
Jim, Sarah and I are going to get married.
Jim!
I love Sarah. She's sailing with me.
Oh, Jim, Ben, I've come between you. I never wanted to do that.
If you're sore about it, Jim, say it to me. I know you brought me up here to meet Sarah, and I fell in love with her. It just happened. The way I feel about it now, I'd fight the whole world to get her. I'm sorry if that includes you. Sarah, there's just one thing I want to know. If I hadn't come here tonight, would you have promised him? I want the truth, Sarah.
No, Benjamin. Oh, I'm sorry.
Even if she'd said yes, I would have taken her anyhow. There's something in me that would have made me fight. Hate, vengeance, even death for her. But I'm glad she said that, because you're my friend. And I don't want that smashed.
Your friend, yes. And you went behind my back.
That's not true.
You went behind my back.
If you say that again, I'll choke the words in your throat. I'll...
Oh, please don't.
I'm sorry.
I'll go, Sarah. I'd have changed my whole life for you. Maybe Ben will do that. Maybe he'll buy the shop in Ann Street now. It might be better for him if he did, and never went to sea again.
Oh, Benjamin, I feel terrible about this.
But why? We love each other. We're going to be wonderfully happy.
Whiskey.
$10. You tramp. Jack! This fellow orders a whiskey and he hasn't got a dime.
Get out.
Jack.
Go on. Get out or I'll chuck you out.
Jack. Don't you know me? Who's that?
Lorenzo?
I haven't got a cent, Jack. Don't chuck me out.
Anton Lorenzo. Holy cat. I thought you were dead. 6 years. I wouldn't have known you.
Gosh, I wouldn't know you either. Your hair, your...
You dropped out so suddenly. What happened? Come with me.
I'll have a couple of dollars on the back here. Right over there, boys.
What happened?
Shanghai.
Shanghai? What ship? Who did it?
Don't make me talk. I want to forget it.
Well, I won't forget. Why, you were a fine, high-kicking buck. A great fella. Handsome Anton. We'd own this place together. You'd have had a packet of money in the bank by now.
Jack, let me sleep here. That's all I want. Sleep.
Well, that's what he said. He chucked me out of the place.
I'll see Jack Sampson myself. Go back to the ship and keep the men working all night on that alcohol.
Aye, aye, sir.
Jack, I want a crew.
Wait a minute. Dunk hard?
Billson so hard.
And he turned you down. Sure he did. The boys are through with it. We've given you a crew for years. Suddenly you get particular and go to the shipping commissioner. All right. Try and get a crew.
Oh, maybe I made a mistake, Jack. Forget that. Get me 10 men and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go to $5 a head.
Right.
The next time I'll...
Want to go to sea?
Oh, no, Mr. Sampson. Not until I've knocked the block off of this dummy. I'm in training right now.
Briggs, you remember Sailor Hoffman, the prize fighter? Well, he wants to come back. Here, Hoffman. What about training at sea? Russell, you're sailing on the Mary Celeste.
Hey, what is this? Not on your life. The Mary Celeste, not for me.
Wow. Better than floating down the East River one morning with your throat cut, Mr. Hoffman.
Well, that's different.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Signing on, Mr. Hoffman?
Sure, Mr. Sampson. I'll take the count.
Hoffman! Hoffman, you're shipping on the Mary Celeste. And take your music box along with you. If anybody should die on this trip, Mr. Briggs might like a little sweet music. There's your carpenter, Andy Gilling. And there's your cook, Tommy Duggan. Tom Goodchild. Charlie Kay. Charlie's an artist. Print sea pictures. They may look all right to his mother, but they look like a disease to me. All right, boys. Pack your dunnies bags and get on board the Mary Celeste. I'll send the other hands along later.
Thanks a lot, Jack. I won't forget this. Bilson, this is my wife. Sarah, this is Toby Bilson, my mate.
Glad to meet you, Mrs. Briggs.
Did Sampson send those 3 other men?
Not yet, sir.
Well, go over and tell him I'm casting off.
Aye, aye, sir.
Here she comes, boys. The captain's bride. She's beautiful. Beautiful, aye. She's a pretty little filly. Always wanted a petticoat like that. Oh, a lady killer, eh?
You ain't got nothing to write home to your mother about. Why haven't I got a right to a woman like that?
Ah, before we reach Jib, she'll be my bride.
Good luck, Henry VIII.
Andon.
What?
Get up. I've got a ship for you.
A ship?
Yeah. Come over here. Bosun. Jennifer. Cargo alcohol. 4:30 now. She sails in 5.
What ship?
Mary Celeste. Why, Anton? What the devil?
Who's the mate?
Bilson. Toby Bilson. He was just here, in this room.
Bilson. Here.
I shipped his crew. He wants a bosun. I thought of you, Anton. Of course, if you don't want to.
I want it. I want it.
What name?
Gottlieb. A. Gottlieb.
What ships?
Second mate, Glory B. Bosun, City of Panama.
All right. Bosun. Dump your dunnies in the forecastle and report on deck.
Aye, aye, sir.
My wife, Sarah. This is Mr. Winchester, the owner.
How do you do, Mrs. Briggs?
How do you do?
Is this your first voyage?
Yes.
You'll like it, Hilly. It's a fine place for a honeymoon. Briggs, you're a lucky man.
Don't I know it, sir?
Excuse me, sir. Here's the register. All on board.
Ponda Cats, Peter Tooley, May Gottlieb, 10 men. Well, I need one more. I can't afford to run short-handed again.
But Sampson's closed now, sir.
Well, I'll borrow a hand from Moorhead. Get ready to cast off.
Aye, aye, sir.
Give me a copy of the register before you cast off.
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck. A pleasant voyage, Mrs. Briggs.
Thank you.
I won't be long, dear.
Mr. Moorhead. Mr. Moorhead.
Yes? What?
Captain Briggs is here, sir.
Jim, I don't want to sail with hard feelings between us. We've known each other too long, and I've always felt, well...
You took my girl, Ben.
I love her. I wanted to tell you I'm sorry if you're hurt. We may meet at Jib. Be nice if we could all meet as friends.
Yes, that would be nice.
That's a promise, Jim. Oh, I'm a hand short. Thought you might let me have a man.
Yes, I might let you have a hand. Devoe!
Yes, sir?
Wake up Grote and tell him he's sailing on the Mary Celeste. Tell him to come here to me.
Yes, sir.
That's fine of you, Jim.
Oh, that's all right, Ben. Glad to help you out. No use feeling sore about these things. Remember me to Sarah. Hope she enjoys the voyage.
Thanks, Jim. We'll meet at Jib.
Goodbye, Ben. I'll send Grote over right away.
Thanks. Goodbye.
You want me to go over to the Mary Celeste?
Get me the cash box. Your wages for this voyage with me are $38. Here, paid in full.
What for?
Next voyage with me, you'd like to be second mate, eh?
Sure, I would.
Something might happen to Briggs. He might never reach Jib alive.
What might happen?
You think that over.
Oh, whiskey puts no life in man. Oh, whiskey, Johnny. Oh, I drink whiskey when I can. Oh, whiskey for me, Johnny. Oh, whiskey makes my nose so red. Oh, whiskey, Johnny. When I drink too much, I go to bed. Oh, whiskey for me, Johnny. Oh, whiskey killed my poor old dad. Oh, whiskey, Johnny. But good old whiskey makes me glad. Oh, whiskey for me, Johnny. Oh, whiskey then and whiskey now. Oh, whiskey, Johnny. Oh, whiskey on an old mud scow. Oh, whiskey for me, Johnny. Oh, whiskey puts no life in man. Oh, whiskey, Johnny.
Oh, whiskey for me, Johnny.
Get up, you crummy lubbers. Stir your carcasses. Lively now! Lively! Heave to! Get forward into your dungarees and tail off to the main sheet.
Shanghai! Shanghai, huh? Want me to tail off? Huh?
Get up and I'll manhandle you till your bones come through your hide. You're working for Toby Bilson now. Get up. Get forward.
All right, Bilson.
Mr. Bilson.
Mr. Bilson. But before we get to Jib, I'm gonna crack your skull wide open.
Wilson and that man,
It made me sick all over.
Discipline, dear. If he hadn't done that, cats would have killed him.
But why? Why do you have to Shanghai men?
Well, I couldn't get a crew. I had to pick the best men I could and no questions asked. The scum of the dock. Oh, don't worry, darling. I don't want you to see these sort of things. I only want you to see the happy things.
Rotten food, that's what it is. What does Briggs think we are, a lot of dogs to give us food like this? Salt pork, mulligan, beef stew. Be damned to him, I ain't going to eat it. And if you want to be alive and be hit jib, now's the time to howl.
Well, what's the matter with it?
Smell it. You keep your flips off of me!
Food seems all right to me.
Oh, it does it? Well, I'm going off to see Briggs tell him what I think. Who's coming? No one? You're a lot of yellow dogs.
Tommy, what's the matter with the mulligan?
What's wrong with the blinking grab?
What's wrong with it?
Where do you think you are, sausage face? Who tells you to stop? What do you expect? Roast turkey?
Look at these biscuits.
Oh, labradab. They've got worms.
Shut up, Ghost. What do you mean by crashing in here like this? I spotted you as a troublemaker the moment you got on board. What's your grouse? It isn't the food. I always feed my crews well. Come on, what is it?
It's the rotten, stinking food.
You're lying. Wilson! You can't break discipline on this ship. Wilson, take this man out and teach him respect. He complains about the food and crashes in here without knocking. Flog some decency into him.
Come along, Mr. Grote. Come along.
I'm sorry that happened, dear. Sit down.
I can't get after that.
There's something at the back of Grote's mind. I wonder...
Either kills you, sir.
Wilson!
You got that flogging against you, sir.
You're a good fellow, Duggan. I'll remember this.
Thank you, sir. Thank God you're safe.
Grote just attacked me. Duggan here got him. This is a rotten business, Wilson. Who's at the bottom of it? What's going on among the men?
Nothing, sir.
Yes, this looks like it. Keep a sharp eye on the men. And find out what the hell's happening. Report the first sign of trouble.
Aye, aye, sir.
To Tiffany's he took me, he did not mind expense. He bought me 2 gold earrings, they cost him 50 cents. And away, you Sandy, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance the polka?
Sarah.
Oh, Benjamin, I'm trying to be brave.
Sarah, my dear, there's nothing to be afraid of, nothing.
I can't help feeling afraid somehow. I don't belong on this ship. I didn't know that men could be so cruel and so brutal. Oh, I'm afraid, Benjamin. Afraid.
Oh, my dear. Everything's all right. Nothing's going to happen. Now sit down and play that song for me again.
My flashman, he's a Yankee with his hair done short behind. He wears a cherry jumper and sails in the Glenmore line. Oh, Sally, my dear Annie, oh, you New York girls, can you dance the polka? He's home alone as he is, and with me he will stay. So kiss me, dear, so much I feel you have to go away, you Sally.
13 souls on this ship, and you'll bring a black cat aboard. Let's go, that cat!
Wilson!
Aye, sir. Yes, sir.
Hurricane.
Hey! Let go the boardroom tackle. Pass it across. Let go the key.
Oh, this ain't great, homie. This ain't can't hear you, this weather.
Do not be afraid. There's one who watches over us. Him who spreadeth out the heavens and ruleth the raging of the sea.
What do you want?
The skipper's on deck. All night.
Come in with the tackle. Back off. Come out. Down from under. It's Kay. Yes, it's Charlie. All that name out of it. Charlie! It's badly hurt.
Carry him forward. Gilling and Hoffman. Get him forward, quick.
Aye, sir.
Benjamin! He came in here after me.
Aye. You're good, John. I killed a man.
You killed a rat.
I killed my...
The swine deserved it. I'd have done it myself.
I have murdered my brother. Blood upon my soul.
Get up, Lucky. I can never thank you enough for saving me. I'll have to report it to the police in Gibraltar, but I'll clear you, don't worry. Cats, throw this fellow overboard. And in the morning, we'll give Charlie Kay a decent burial.
Mr. Kay? But what?
I've lost 2 men tonight. The boom crashed on me. Before he died, he told me he'd like you to have his painting. He said you were the only one that ever said a kind word about it.
Poor Mr. Kay. I'm so sorry.
I have seen the travail which God had given to the sons of men. He had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end.
Charlie Kay, I commend thee to thy God.
You mustn't be afraid of death. When this ship sailed, death sailed on her.
What do you mean?
They're done for.
Benjamin. That man Anthony. He said, when this ship sailed, death sailed on her. What did he mean?
Oh, just superstition.
The look on his face. I have never seen a man look like that before.
Well, my dear, old seafaring men are superstitious. Now, don't think about it anymore, darling.
I first sailed around the horn. I saw a big buck nigger with his steeple song. When Johnny comes down the high low, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the red dress on. When Johnny comes down the high low, poor old man. I met a pretty gal across the sea. Killed a brown-eyed beauty, and she said to me, when Johnny come down the high low, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that girl with the red dress on. When Johnny comes down the high low, poor old man. Have you ever been down on Memphis way, where they peel the cotton on a summer day? When Johnny comes down the high low, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the red dress on. When Johnny comes down the high low, poor old man.
Cats, get aft and take the wheel.
Hoffman! Mr. Briggs! He was lying over the wheel with a gash from a knife.
Who had a grudge against Hoffman?
Nobody.
Somebody liked him so much they stuck a knife in him. I don't want my wife to know about this, and I don't want to upset the men. Put him overboard.
Yes.
I hope you like my new frock, Benjamin.
Sure I shall.
And I made something for you, too.
Hmm? You have? What?
Well, what am I supposed to do with these?
They're to wear at the wheel, darling. To keep you warm.
Well, I mustn't let Bilson see them, otherwise he'll call me a... Well, I mustn't let him see them, that's all.
Now, darling, I'm going to put on my new frock for you. I won't be long.
All right, dear. Yes, yes, of course. Sarah,
Do you like it?
I can't believe you're real. You look like some beautiful painting. Grace, charm. It's hard to believe you're mine. My own Sarah, that you belong to me.
Are you hurt?
No.
Who did it?
I don't know. Wait here, I'll be right back. Wilson, give me your revolver. Now, wait a minute. Come with me. Search him. See if he's got a gun. Did you leave the wheel?
Oh?
Just a moment ago?
No, I never left the wheel, not for a moment.
Folks, any of you got a gun?
No, sir.
No, sir, I ain't got no gun.
Any man bring a gun on board?
No?
No.
Which one of you left the forecastle 10 minutes ago or came in here just now?
We've all been here, sir, since 8 bells.
Sure. Nobody came in, nobody went out.
Oh, so nobody came in and nobody went out. I didn't come down here to talk. One of you knows why I'm here. There's a bullet in this gun that's itching to do the talking. And I've got a careless trigger finger. That's all.
A killer. I knew it. Mr. Briggs.
All hands on deck. I want every man up here. Duggan's dead. Murdered, McGarry.
This hat don't come off my head till I find the man.
Where's Gilling? I said all hands.
Gilling is not in the forecastle, sir.
Tooley, find Gilling. Who killed Duggan? Which one of you? Belton, where have you been since 8 bells?
At the wheel, sir.
Did you leave it?
No, sir.
Not for a moment?
No, sir.
Oh. Oh!
Cat! I was...
Mr. Briggs! Mr. Briggs!
Now what's happened?
Down there, in the shop. He's there.
Come down. Tooley, come down.
Throw him a line.
Poor devil. He won't need it. Take my wife below.
Have mercy.
Take him down.
The ship. The ship of death. What will it bring to me? To Benjamin?
Death ships. I know them. I was young, full of the wonder of living, with glorious hope flooding my heart. Now look at me. My hair white, my arm gone. Derelict. Like that ship. I was shanghaied, flogged by the mate, thrown to the hold, alive with rats. And I was too weak to work. The mate tied a rope around me and dragged me in the sea. A shark!
Terrible thing for one man to do to another.
Leave us, Gottlieb.
Benjamin, I can't stand this much longer. What is happening?
I don't want to talk about it.
But if anything happens to you...
I'm not thinking of myself. Lock yourself in and don't let anyone in till I come back.
What are you going to
do? Do as I tell you.
Sally Brown is the lad Kanaki, away and the Roman go go. Sheep dip snuff and Charleston Jackie. Spend my money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown, I hate to leave you. Way on the road and go. You can bet your life I'll come back to see you. Spend my money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown is a high-born lady. Way on the road and go. I think she's got a Creole baby. Spend my money on Sally Brown. Sally Brown, what is the matter? Way on the road and go. She's a pretty girl, that's what's the matter. Spend my money on Sally Brown.
I'm sick of that gut-grinding machine. Gottlieb, take the wheel.
Go on playing. To hell with Bilson.
Oh, Sally Brown, what is the matter? Way on the rolling girl, she's a pretty girl, that's what's the matter. Spend my money on Sally Brown.
Oven!
Mr. Briggs.
Gone.
Mrs. Briggs. She's gone, too. Gottlieb, lash the wheel. We are going to search this ship from stem to stern.
Mr. Briggs!
Where's Harbins? Where's Briggs and his wife? One of you knows. One of you has done this. Only 3 of us left on the ship. When the next man goes, I'll know who it is. The one who's left.
I'll say that to you, Mr. Bilson. When one of you is dead, I'll know.
One of you is lying. One of you will kill the other. And I will know what to do.
You killed Goods John. But you felt terrible. You cried like a child. You prayed to God to forgive you. Bilson! Bilson did it. He'll kill you. And he'll kill me. Unless... I'm going up there.
It was Cat's. I shot him and flung his carcass overboard. Cat's killed him. He hated us all because we shanghaied him. Come on. We'll drink the captain's whiskey. We'll have one hell of a night. I'm captain now. Come on. Drink up. Here's to the good health of the dead. Here's to the captain and his bride. God rest their souls. Gottlieb, I've got an idea. Listen, we own this ship. We can do what we like now. We'll run to the Azores, sell the alcohol, desert the ship, pick up a tramp and go out to China. What do you say, pal? Get me the cash box. We loot the cash box. We loot the men's chests. Oh, we'll be rich. And when we get out to China, we'll get ourselves some nice, pretty women. What do you say, Gottlieb?
I'm not Gottlieb.
Of course you're not. We'll change our names. Clever idea. Let's see. I'm Captain Abercrombie. I always liked that name, Abercrombie. Sounds grand and aristocratic. And who are you?
I am Anton Lorenzen.
Lorenzen? What's your game?
6 years ago on this ship, Anton Lorenzen shanghaied on the Mary Celeste. Now, again, the Mary Celeste. And again, Mr. Bilson the Maid. It wasn't one of the cats killed them. I put them overboard, the sharks.
You?
Yes. Briggs tried to get away on a raft with his pretty bride. But I got her too. And now, you.
What do you mean? I didn't forget you. I didn't forget this ship.
I hate it!
I hate you.
That's the Mary Celeste, all right.
There's something funny about her. She's tacking with every point of the wind.
No signal. No one at the wheel. Crew probably drunk below. Ask them if they want assistance.
Ahoy! Do you want assistance? Do you want assistance?
Lower a boat. We'll go aboard.
Hello! Hello!
Black Cat. That's bad. Chicken cooking. Never finished this letter. Never ate the chicken. Looks like they left in a hurry.
1,700 pounds salvage. Like taking candy from a baby. I'll sure keep my weather eye open for another one.
I'm not thinking of the salvage. I'm thinking of Briggs and her. Dead.
On a stormy night where the seas collide, sailed a ship with a fearsome pride. The Dutchman flew on the ocean wide, with the captain's curse he could not hide. Oh, the Flying Dutchman sails tonight. Storm and dark, no end in sight. A ghostly glow in the moon's cold light. Beware the Dutchman's eerie flight. With the heart of stone, swore by the waves he'd sail alone. Around the Cape for tempest blown, till the devil's wrath was fully shown. A phantom crew, their faces pale, bound forever to the ghostly gale. With every wave they weep and wail, caught in the Dutchman's endless tale. Oh. Storm and dark, no end in sight. A ghostly glow in the moon's cold light. Beware the Dutchman's eerie flight. Oh, Dutchman's eerie flight. From sailors' lips the tales unfold, of ghostly sails and visions bold. A cursed ship forever cold, on the seas of night where legends told. They say when storms begin to roar and lightning cracks the ocean's floor, the Dutchman's crew appears once more, bringing dread from shore to shore. Storm and dark, no end in sight. A ghostly glow in the moon's cold light. Beware the Dutchman's eerie flight. Oh, Dutchman's eerie flight. So read the tale and keep in mind, when the winds are faint and cruel and blind, beware the Dutchman on the brine. For his cursed voyage knows no time. Oh. Mary.